Want to grow your business? Broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries? Then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542
700 893 542
or email us on sales@luke-up.tv. Like, follow, subscribe, click the notification button. Join the Look Up TV movement now.
A very good afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. The hashtag is trending news. It is the 5th day of November 2021. There's so much happening in the corridors of justice. And in studio today, we have our lawyer Elijah Kandie, who's going to break down the intricacies of bonds, bails, and fines. What is the decision making about? How do we arrive at how much a suspect is charged and granted for bail or bond? So much, and let's have the stories of the day. Kenya's military is at Moi Barracks in Eldoret. The president, who jetted back into the country from Scotland last evening, attended the graduation where thousands of recruits were accepted into the military following months of rigorous training.
Congratulate each and every one of you for successfully completing your basic training. You are joining the ranks of our defense forces at a very consequential time in our nation's history, a time when our sovereignty and the inviolability of our borders are subjected to unprecedented threats. In response to these conventional as well as asymmetrical threats, the military that you are formally joining today is one which has experienced tremendous enhancement of its capabilities, capacity, conditions of service, as well as operational readiness over the last decade. You must always distinguish yourselves by carrying out your duties with discipline and deference to authority.
And moving on, former Laikipia North MP Matthew Lemporkel has today been sentenced to 1 year imprisonment without a fine for assaulting the current Laikipia MP Sarah Korere in 2016. While delivering the ruling, Senior Principal Magistrate Helen Okwani said the jail term will serve as an example to others. In her lengthy ruling delivered at Milimani Law Courts, Nairobi, the magistrate said that the prosecution team has discharged its duty of proving its case beyond reasonable doubt and found that the accused person is guilty as charged for the offence of assault and causing actual bodily harm contrary to Section 251 of the Penal Code. The magistrate dismissed Lemporkel's defence submissions, saying that the issues raised by the accused in his submission of political rivalry were not raised in the pleadings. And still in the courts, the Supreme Court has given the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions the green light to begin extradition proceedings against former Cabinet Minister Chris Okemo and the ex-Kenya Power CEO Samuel Gishuru. In a majority decision, Justices Martha Koome, Mohamed Ibrahim, Smoky Ranjala and Njoki Ndung'u held that the extradition proceedings are criminal in nature and that the authority to begin the proceeding lies with the DPP and not the Office of the Attorney General, as had previously been held by the Court of Appeal. The two will be extradited to Jersey Island to face theft and money laundering charges. It is alleged that both Okemo and Gishuru accepted bribes from foreign businesses that contracted with KPLC and hid the money in Jersey by causing the foreign contractors to make payments into the bank accounts of a Jersey company called Windward Trading Limited. And now we move on to the political campaigns. Deputy President William Ruto has said the country is benefiting from development projects thanks to him and his partnership with President Uhuru Kenyatta. According to Ruto, an increase in access to electricity and expansion of roads are some of the promises they made in 2013, adding that his self-styled bottom-up economic approach would be a continuation of the president's agenda. The deputy president was speaking today in Mount Elgon, Bungoma County, where he took his campaigns for president.
Following the 15th International Brain Tumor Awareness Week, the Brain Tumor Association of Kenya visited the county to sensitize the public about the disease, following the increased number of people suffering from the disease witnessed in the county.
Nyinyi mnataka tuendelee na wale wanatuambia tubadilishe katiba, ati tuongeze mamlaka ya rais, ati tuongeze vyeo ya viongozi, ama mnasema tubadilishe uchumi kwanza? Mwaka wa kwanza tutaweka bilioni 100 katika miradi na mipango itakayopatia hawa vijana ajira. Na ile mtu ambaye alipanga na yeye mambo ya Big Four sio hapa watu wa NASA. Mimi ndio nilipanga na Rais Uhuru Kenyatta mambo ya Big Four. Na mimi nataka niwaambie, hiyo mpango ya Big Four nitajumuisha na kuipangia ndani ya bottom up, ndio tuweze kutimiza ahadi yetu kwa Wakenya ya Big Four na bottom up pamoja, ndio tubadilishe Kenya. Waulize hawa wote, mimi nashindana na wao, si wamepata nafasi ya uongozi? Si walikuwa na cheo kama hii yangu? Sasa mimi nikisimama hapa Mount Elgon, si barabara nimepanga kutoka kule Kapsokwan, hii barabara tunatumia si mimi ndio nimepanga? Si imejengwa? Si TTI inajengwa hapa chini Kopsiro? Si stima ndio hii imefika watu 1130? Mimi nauliza nyinyi watu wa hapa Mount Elgon, kazi ya hawa wenzangu ninashindana na wao ya hapa Mount Elgon, kazi yao iko wapi? Wako na kazi yote wamefanya hapa? Wamewahi hata kuja kanisa siku moja? Niliambiwa mahali ingine huko ati hata sadaka hawajawahi kutoa ile ya 200.
And at this point, we take a very short break here on Trending News. But remember, after the break, we'll be having our lawyer, Elijah Kandiye, who will be helping us to break down bails, bonds. What is your understanding of the same? Keep your comments coming in at Lookup TV on Twitter, Lookup TV on Facebook. And don't go too far.
Want to grow your business? Broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries? Then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542
700 893 542
or email us on sales@luke-id.com. lookup.tv.
The future of money is simple, like unlocking possibilities with a smile. And having the world in the palm of your hand. It's the ability to touch many lives at the same time and turn your dreams into reality. It's forgetting and still remembering. Simple is having everything that you love in one place. From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Please make those payments and take dinner out the freezer. Enjoy your day off.
Hey.
How was your day?
Great.
Did you pay the bills?
Abby did it.
And the plumber?
Abby did it.
Send money to your mom?
Abby did it.
Who's Abby?
Bank on WhatsApp with Abby, your 24/7 digital personal banker. Another digital innovation that gets things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA.
Did you take dinner out the freezer?
This November, a gathering of music ministers from all over East Africa. It's Kenya Music Ministers Conference with Mavo Jokes. Theme, the music, the minister, the mandate. Date, Saturday, November 6, 2021. Time, morning session 9 a.m., evening session 5 p.m. Venue, Tabernacle of Grace City of Hope at City Square House behind Kenya Cinema, Nairobi, Kenya. Also ministering, Jackie Kelvin, Rosemary Njage, Size 8 Reborn, Anthony Musembi, Messalina, Promise Prince, Agusan Sunday, Irene Seeger, and many more.
Hi there, music is beyond the melody, the rhythm, and even the lyrics. Music is spiritual. The gospel in this end time will only travel to the ends of the earth, except on the wings of music. My name is Mavo Jokes. I'm an international music minister and author and also a teacher of the word. Do not want to miss this meeting for anything wherever you are. I'll see you in Kenya. God bless you.
This conference will also be aired live on YouTube at Marvel Jokes TV. Do subscribe and connect live.
Yeah.
Are you looking to turn your passion to purpose? Vera Beauty and Fashion College now brings you online classes at the comfort of your home. We are a TVET-approved institution with over 20 years experience in training competency-based courses in fashion design and creative arts, cosmetology, hairdressing, beauty therapy, interior design in soft furnishings, event decoration and flower arrangement, hospitality and catering, and training of trainers. To enroll, call us today on 0704 577 577 or visit our website at www.verabeautycollege.com. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, a center of excellence.
Help me identify a beautiful woman. I never came across one till I got to Vera.
Mimi nimezaliwa Isili na kulelewa hapo.
This is where I hung around, I lived.
In terms of what is perceived to be a good childhood, I had one.
And when you have abused alcohol and drugs for this long, then something has to change.
Do you know when you don't have time with your child, how to change?
But now my grandmother thought I had gone crazy. I had to be admitted at Mathare Mental Hospital, Ward 2F.
Thank you so much for staying with Look Up TV, and you are watching Why I Did It. So did you just dump all the friends?
100%. 100%.
This group welcoming me and not judging me made me feel at home. There is hope. There's no one who is too far gone.
Why I Did It, Saturdays from 8 p.m. only on Look Up TV.
And welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with Look Up TV. The hashtag is trending news. Nancy Lima here, ready to give you stories that are making headlines and trending at this hour. Let's continue. The 6 police officers who are charged with the murder of the Kianjokoma brothers were yesterday released by the High Court on a cash bail of 300,000 shillings or a bond of 3 million shillings. The 6 have been barred from visiting the scene of the murder until investigations are complete. Today we analyze the legal procedures on Martyr's corruption and murder cases. What informs how much bail or bond granted to different suspects.
The Nairobi High Court has released 6 police officers charged with the murder of the 2 Kianjokoma brothers on a cash bail of 300,000 shillings and a bond of 3 million shillings. They had pleaded not guilty on 2 accounts of murder. The 6 attached at Manyata Police Station, Embu North, were on duty on the night when the 2 brothers went missing.
And in compliance with Article 49, 1H, officers have been released on cash bail and bond with serious conditions. We wish to say this is a landmark judgment ruling on the basis that the cash bail that they have been granted is a representation of their salaries. It has been staggered. These are constables, mere police, 1 police corporal. So the court has listened to us and agreed with us and entered them in reasonable cash bail.
The 2 slain brothers was laid to rest on the 13th of August at their home in Embu County. Their bodies were found at the Embu Teaching and Referral Hospital 2 days after being arrested by police for allegedly flaunting curfew regulations. In the Rio fiasco, the former Sports Cabinet Secretary Hassan Wario avoided jail by paying 3.6 million shillings fine to avoid 6 years jail sentence imposed by the Anti-Corruption Court for abuse of office charges. The former Team Kenya head of delegation for the 2016 Rio Olympics, Steve Soi, is behind bars for 16 years, but also given the option of 105 million shillings fine. Although the 2 did not benefit directly from the money in question, the 55 million shillings were lost under their watch. Wario was guilty of altering the travel list of Brazil, including 3 other persons that, according to the court, they pocketed millions of shillings in air tickets and huge allowances. For Wario, the fund must have been affordable as he was seen celebrating after he paid the bail. The defensive lawyer did not manage to achieve an uncustodian sentence.
The fourth accused is fined Kenya shillings 30,779.70 in default, 3 years imprisonment. Mandatory sentence for the loss, that is Kenya shillings for 4,983 times 2, that is 9,967.
In 2018, following the murder of former Rongo student Sharon Otieno, Migori Governor Obado was denied bail on grounds that the case was still an active investigation. On 26 September 2019, a 12-year-old Class 6 pupil who had been reported missing was found buried in a shallow grave in Kabaru Forest in Nyeri County. The prime suspect in the murder case was released on a 500 shillings bond by the Nyeri High Court. Charles Muruki was in police custody for over a week as investigations were underway. The accused pleaded not guilty. For the family of the late 13-year-old Yasin Hussein Moyo, the loss of their son allegedly shot by police last year at their home balcony on Monday night, shortly after the nationwide curfew came to effect, everything came to a standstill. The killing was the 3rd in an alleged police brutality by then. The family continues to seek justice for their slain son. The 6 police officers linked to the murder of Kianjokoma brothers have dropped a case in which they were seeking the exhumation of the bodies after the High Court declined to suspend their plea taking. Their lawyer informed the court that the case should be marked as withdrawn. The order by Korir paved way for the officers to be charged today. The 2 Kianjokoma brothers were reported to have been at Kianjokoma Trading Center at 10:30 p.m. heading home alongside their friend before they were assaulted and bundled in a police vehicle. Will this remain in the long list of police brutality or justice will be served? These are just among the questions in the public domain. Cecilia Lubanga, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Lubanga, for that story. And now joining us in studio is lawyer Elijah Kandiye. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Nadima, for having me.
Yes, you look very energetic. So let's just help us break down. When we talk of bonds and bails. So many times, you know, that a crime suspect, they're released on either bail or bond. But how exactly is it predetermined how much equivalent for a certain crime?
First of all, I think it's important for all of us to understand that it is one's right that is guaranteed under Article 49 of the Constitution that once you are arrested and presented before a court or even within the precincts of a police station, you are entitled to bail terms, and also that these bail terms should be reasonable, or bond, that is. And there are some factors that the court do consider when they are determining as to whether the amount and also the conditions of the accused person, and they might also require further information that is from the probation agencies, where they would seek a bail report, which is normally a social inquiry into the connections that this accused person has within the society, and that states. That now will help them decide and put conditions for bail or bond, so that it sets out an agreement between the accused person and the court that they will continue to come to court while the matter is still ongoing.
So it depends on the gravity of the crime?
Yes, and another thing also is the gravity. You'll realize that many times when the offense is serious, offenses such as capital offenses would attract higher fines, and also corruption cases. And there are some guidelines that have been established by the National Council on Administration of Justice, which are to guide now the magistrates and judges in terms of their determination and their decision-making when it comes to issuance of bail and bond terms.
Okay, and the 6 police officers who were implicated in the murder of the Kianjokoma brothers were released on a bail of 300,000 shillings each. And now there is the court of public opinion, where people think that was not so fair. There are some comments across social media where different people are suggesting that's not fair, they probably killed the 2 brothers, but now that's the court of public opinion. So how do you explain maybe to these people, because the case is still in court?
Yes, first of all, that being a live matter, I am limited in terms of the comments that I may post. But suffice it to say is that it is upon the discretion, and when you look at the circumstances that surrounded the hearing that was presented before the court, you'd note that at times the prosecution makes an application, and also it's the presiding judge would now balance between the rights of the accused person and the rights of the victim. And as had been mentioned in the previous clip, you'll note that because of the level, again, of the income and social status of these police officers, then the court also would give that into consideration by determining that a particular amount, that is the 300,000, it should be granted to them. Okay. But the idea is that because they are still viewed as innocent until proven guilty, that is just an agreement to guarantee that they will still attend court and the case will still proceed until the final determination is out.
Okay, maybe one last question. Yes. In the case of Migori Governor Okoth Obado, he was denied bail at some point. And so what are the reasons that one would be denied bail?
Now, the court many times would look into the circumstances into the case based on case-by-case basis. One of the reasons would be that they would look at the potential of the accused person to either interfere with witnesses, and they would also look at the relationship between the accused person and the victim. If they are persons that are of high influence, or when they seek to protect the victim, or look at also the conduct of the victim, or if they consider that this accused person might be of flight risk. Those are some of the conditions that the court would take into consideration before deciding.
So it is in no way implying guilt of this aspect?
None at all. It is now determined by the circumstances of the case and of course, the discretion of the judge presiding over the matter, and also how that hearing the bail application and the bond was argued within court. At times, if it is not argued well, then you might not secure that right to bail.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is lawyer Elijah Kandie helping to break down the scales of justice just to understand bonds, bails and fines. How do they arrive at that? How is it predetermined? How much? And thank you so much for watching. This has been Trending News. I am Nancy Lalima. Do have yourselves a pleasant evening.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to views@look-up.tv. We can't wait to hear from you. Want to grow your business?